Hello friends, happy Monday. Welcome back to Monday Mixed Plate. Fun fact about filming YouTubes in Hawaii. Right now it's hot. I have the air conditioning off. I have the fan off and I'm already sweating. But that's okay because I'm probably gonna keep sweating because I have such a great lineup planned for you today. That's what we'll call it. I was like, should we call it a show? Should we call it an episode? I don't know. I have a great lineup planned for you today. We're gonna start things off with a bang that includes one of my best life hacks.
All right, so we're in Target. These are called the Y Basket Extra Large. And watch this. They fit perfectly in any shopping cart and they fit side by side, so you can have two. Say goodbye to reusable plastic bags and hello to the Y baskets. Look how easy it is to fill the baskets with your groceries and then easily place them in the back of your car. Nothing rolls around and they are reusable time and time and time again. Oh, here they are at Whole Foods. The bagger will usually give you the bag credit for them. And then when you get home, after you've been carrying your groceries and maybe, kids stuff, then you just take a sanitary wipe, you wipe them out, and they go right back in your car.
All right, let's take it right into the new and talk about the November Beauty Heroes box. This box is featuring the brand Beneath Your Mask. If you didn't know, I am a Beauty Heroes ambassador, so they do send the box to me for free. I don't use any affiliate links. I don't make any type of commission, so there's that. I was really excited to try this brand for a couple of reasons. First up, the founder and formulator of the brand has the condition lupus and lupus nephritis. I actually know quite a bit about that condition due to the type of nursing that I do. And so what some people may not know is lupus patients can be diagnosed at a very young age. They can have to be put on steroids for long-term use. They may also use autoimmune suppressing drugs. So that can really manifest itself onto the skin. And so then there was the component in the Beauty Heroes literature where they talked about how this was like a kitchen experiment that she kept tweaking. And I had a lot of just like excitement about trying a product that someone whipped up for their skin conditions, that they shared with family and friends, that they tweaked and they perfected over time. I don't know, there's something really beautiful, I think, about those style products. Let's do a quick swatch of the product. I just want to say that this box is gorgeous and lush, but also very practical. I feel like a giant tub of whipped skin souffle. I will say that it smells very similar to the Jane Shriver cleansing balm. It has that almost like lemon pledge smell. And then it also comes with this Remedy lip balm, which is this not the perfect time of year to get a gorgeous luxe lip balm? I feel like it is. I felt really excited for this box. I know it's hugely practical, but I was really excited about it. More so sometimes than some of the fancier products. Let's jump into In the Media. Now, what year did you graduate from high school? Me, 99. I know, I'm old. However, that means that I saw Clueless when I was 15. And that was the beginning of my love for Paul Rudd. And Paul Rudd now has a new show on Netflix called Living with Yourself. It's hysterical, and I can't tell you that much about it because I would ruin the plot line because it's kind of complex, but you find it all out in the first episode. Go watch. You're welcome. Okay, let's jump into favorites and flops. By far my most favorite item of this week is this new Vita Coco sparkling made with coconut water beverage. It's 12 ounces, 4 grams of sugar, but only 25 calories, and it tastes kind of like a healthy version of a Red Bull. Delicious. Now, something that hasn't flopped yet, but is flopping, is this Force of Nature cleanser. Are you familiar with this? You buy these capsules, you use distilled water, you get this fancy little machine, you make up this cleanser in your home. And the reason it's flopping for me is because it's only good for 2 weeks. So you have to go through this amount of cleanser in 2 weeks. And I just find I'm not going through that much cleanser. Now, if you're not really familiar with them, I'll link them below. I'm gonna keep trying this because it's such a great concept. It's very clean. You're using these little capsules that come with salt and vinegar, and you're mixing it with water, and you're applying electricity, and you're making this very extremely potent disinfectant in the safety of your home, and it's also very clean. Like, I should just be all over this stuff, except that I can't really get it to work for me yet. You know, part of the thing with disinfectants is you basically have to wipe your surface down and let it sit for 10 minutes wet for it to actually work, meaning that you may even have to wipe up residue afterwards. So, I mean, who's sitting there with the timer? So, I don't know. I mean, if you just had vinegar, would you get just as good of a clean in here? All right, let's move into aesthetics. Now, Friday night, I did my Garden of Wisdom acids and the Windstorm balm. I have been having like an off skin week, I think, because I've been a little bit dehydrated. We were still kind of like coming down from Halloween and Halloween candy. So last night I wanted to do a sort of restorative routine. So I picked up the Rosebrook Cacao antioxidant mask. Now, if you got this in the Beauty Heroes box last month, and yours is already drying out, which it does, this mask dries out and gets really hard and unspreadable, then do yourself a favor and pick up the vegetable glycerin by Acacia. You can find it at Whole Foods. And then you mix equal parts of the mask to glycerin in a separate container, and the mask will spread beautifully. It won't dry, even if you leave it on 30 to 40 minutes, and you'll have glowing, nourished, restored skin afterwards. If you didn't see my Hack the Mask, where I talked about how you could accomplish something similar with oils and glycerin and cacao, I'll link that below as well. And then after I did that, I used the Agent Natuer Holi oil because the Rose Auto like gets me every time and puts me in the right mental place. And then I jade rolled for 10 minutes. If you picked up a jade roller last week, I talked about how much these have worked for my skin, then just know you gotta commit. You gotta commit to every night for the long haul, and you'll get results. So I'll link the ginger chi below. Here's the little mini. I love the mini too, if you're still interested in that. And after that, I followed with just a light layer of the Weleda Skin food, the light nourishing version, and I just woke up with the most luscious skin. Now, I did want to say on Friday, I'm going to be talking about this Dr. Hauschka cleansing cream. I'm going to give it its own review, but if you don't wash your face in the morning because you have dry, mature skin, that's what I'll be talking about. That is the #1 way I use this product, and so tune in on Friday if you want more information about this product. All right. So, the science corner. If you've ever heard the term stress is a killer, this week this study came across my path in which the title is High Perceived Stress in Women is Linked to Oxidation, Inflammation, and Immunosenescence. There you have it, friends. It's an entire study about women and their perceived stress and all the things that it does to their health. There were 49 women aged 30 to 50. They were all Spanish. They were all from Madrid. A lot of participants were ruled out due to comorbidities or menstrual factors, like you couldn't be ovulating or bleeding during the study. And then they did these tests on people because it does not matter the amount of stress that you have. It matters how you perceive your stress. So they used this special tool to evaluate people's stress. And they put them in categories like small, medium, large, and then they evaluated them through blood draws to see what was happening with their immune system. And it's a no shocker, but stress causes your immune system to be out of whack, and it also causes you to age. And so this was a great article. I'll link it below. Unfortunately, unless you want to pay to read it, you can't read it for free. you can read the abstract for free. If you want to read through and read about how it affects the white blood cells and the cytokines and the cortisol levels, then you're going to have to pay the $9 to read it. It's really well done, and like I said, it confirms something we in the more holistic field have known for a long time, is that stress is a killer and stress is an ager, and the number one thing you can do for your health is manage your stress. All right, let's jump into the mindful moment. So I watched a TED Talk this week, and it's fairly certain that I watch a TED Talk at least once every 2 weeks or once a month. I love TED Talks. However, I watched one this week by the daughter of Bruce Lee, and the concept of what she was talking about is, what can we learn from Bruce Lee and his life? And one of the things she was mentioning was how Bruce Lee died when she was only 4 years old. So she doesn't remember a lot about her father except some very clear visions of how he was. And so when she's had conversations with her mother about her father, her mother has said, you know, he was in his personal life what he was in his professional life, what he was as a martial artist, what he was as a film actor, and that he was the same person all around. And so she was talking about these very interesting concepts of who we are as people when we're in certain situations, or who we are when no one's looking. And that, you know, cutting someone off in traffic or being rude to a coworker, like, we have to acknowledge and incorporate in that is us. And that even when we're in these situations, we have to own and accept and incorporate that part of ourselves. And I'm not doing her justice at all, but it's very beautiful and profound, and I've been thinking about it all week. So if you're interested in that type of thinking, that sort of existentialism, like examining yourself, I'm gonna link it below. Everything, by the way, will be linked below. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, tune in Friday if you're interested in hearing about Dr. Hauschka's cream cleanser. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.